Hey everybody, HMV here, playing more Factorio, and I've given up on deleting those trees for the moment, partially because Bluebuild, there was an update to the game and Bluebuild was having errors. It turns out that the errors were partially not Bluebuild's fault and partially were Bluebuild's fault, but they've been taken care of since, and everything's fine. But throughout this hour, I had no automated blueprinting at all, and it's terrible. I didn't realize how terrible it was. So I needed grenades, obviously, so I've put together a factory here that's going to make them for me. And then those are going to take a while to make, and so I need to figure out what to do next here. And I decide that I'm going to set up my circuits for the circuit lines for my stations, because the stations are going to enable and disable themselves. I don't remember how much of this I've talked about before, but the idea is that the stations will be enabled when the drop-off stations, when they can hold an entire train's worth of stuff, and the pickup stations will be enabled when they can supply a train with a full amount of stuff. So the trains are going to be kind of agnostic. They won't care where they're going to pick up stuff. It's just that the train is an iron ore train. It's going to go to whatever the nearest enabled iron ore train station that doesn't have a train in it currently is, and then it's going to pick up ore there and then find the nearest iron plates, iron ore drop-off station, and take it there and drop it off, etc. This is all going to be what I'm going to be doing for bulk items. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing for non-bulk items, but I'll burn that bridge when I come to it, I guess. The way I'm setting it up here is I've only run lines to 4 of the chests. Ideally, each corner there, each quarter of the thing, left side, right side, front, and back, should be the same. They should have the same amount of stuff in them. Like the left-handed chest should always have the same number of items as the right-handed chest, because when the train arrives, they'll all start loading into the same train. And in theory, the top and the bottom should have the same, but I wanted to make sure. So what I did was I took a train car and cut its amount in half. And then figured that's what's going to be in that one chest. Then I multiplied that by 4, and that's what's going to be in, that's what needs to be in one of the chests. So that's the way I figured it out, and I think I got the numbers right, and everything seems to be running okay right now. So I figure, hey, we're probably good. So yeah, when there's enough coal in one of those chests to fill a quarter of a train, then we know we're good. So the 4 of those chests, I should say, to fill a quarter of a train, because I'm checking 4 out of the 16 chests. That's just the way it works. But anyway, so yeah, I won't go to the station unless it's enabled. So you see here, I had to actually manually drive the train up to the station because it's not enabled right now, because it doesn't have room in it to hold coal, and I wanted to go up there without having to walk all the way up. I mean, come on, who wants to walk all the way up there? But I've let it go now, and I've picked up some grenades, so now it is time to go grenade me some trees. I love grenading trees. It's one of my favorite things to do in the factory. And this is all this red stuff here. This is where my circuit factory, my green circuit factory, is going to go eventually. So I'm just blowing up all the trees here. I'm taking out the power lines too, which takes out that radar, but I want to move it anyway. It's kind of in a weird spot. I like to keep my radars near where other things are, so when I'm protecting something, I'm protecting the radar station as well, so that's not a big deal. I do lay the power lines back here before I decide to do that, and then once I do all this, I'm like, well, actually, maybe I don't even take it away yet. Then I very strategically and surgically remove the trees from here, and you see how surgical I am in that I'm also destroying power lines and a couple rails while I'm at it. And then I decide to just give up and do that and chop the trees down. And you notice that some of those rails weren't there to begin with, because they never got placed because Bluebuild hadn't gotten around to them yet. But there were other ones that let's say I got a little overzealous with my grenading. But then I put all the rails back, place all the rails. I go through here with the repair kit in a second and fix all the stuff that needs fixing. And Then, yeah, I really miss Bluebuild. I almost didn't bother making this video, and it turns out I actually didn't have to. I recorded this video like a week ago, and I'm just getting to editing it now. It's been a very busy weekend. So in theory, I didn't have to record this. But I am replacing my my blueprints down here so that I can more easily trace things down and see exactly where everything is. And you notice that it's missing a signal there, and the signal I put down was hurt, so I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but yeah, I'm just going over, placing all these rails. Yeah, it's nice to have Bluebuild back now, but at the time here, well, you got to do what you got to do. And yeah, I got so much wood in my inventory, that's crazy as well. I also miss cars. I think I'm probably going to eventually build a car to drive around with. I haven't done it yet. And I'm several episodes past where I'm talking here, but and I still haven't built a car in the next 2 or 3 episodes. But I feel like I'm probably going to eventually. But anyway, so I'm stocking up all the supply items here to make 3 train stations. I need the pickup station, or sorry, the drop-off station for iron ore. I need a drop-off station for copper ore, and I need a pickup station for green circuits. That's what I need there. So I load up a train here. This is my little personal drivey train, and I just take it to one of these stations so that I can get out there quickly and not have to run back. And then I can leave the train here, and then whenever I need it, I can just hop in it and run it back to the station so that I don't need to run back and forth. It's a good idea, and it's something I've actually done before in this series. I just keep forgetting it, or I keep using that train to as the actual train. And you see here the signals are all flashing because they haven't all been put down yet, because again, Bluebuild isn't around to do it for me. So I'm placing the signals down, making sure everything's green now, so we're good with that. And now I'm dropping that's the iron and the copper station, and then I need a pickup station here. This is pick up green circuits, and then I've got drop off iron and drop off coal, and then this is the green circuit station there. And again, I don't have Bluebuild, so yeah, I need to place everything here. So I'm dropping the inserters, and just manually doing everything like an animal would. It's amazing how much you end up relying on a mod once you start using it. It's just like this part of the manual labor just seems so crazy to me, even though I've played the game so long without it. Just having it for a while makes it really hard to go do something else. But I got pretty good at like placing all the stuff for one way, then all the stuff for the other way. Although it looks like I forgot the left-hand side here. I'm assuming I eventually go back and fix that. Yeah, so I'm laying power lines now, and now I'm going to do the belts for here. But yeah, this is why I like Bluebuild. It's just, what are you gonna do? Yeah, and I don't have boxes, so I need to go back and pick up boxes. You see that my blueprint still has iron boxes there, or steel boxes, when I'm pretty much going to be using wooden boxes for everything, because I never want to store enough stuff to fill up a big box. Like the little boxes are more than enough to fill a train, so there's really no reason to use anything else than those. And then finally got my green circuit station. Gonna lay those and then be done with that. But sadly, I still got a whole other station. This is like it feels like cheating when you start doing this kind of thing with a mod that just places everything for you, because like you're skipping the need for personal robot stations and stuff. But to me, the challenge in this game is not how fast you can click or things like that. It's how well you plan, and the interface, how you get the stuff placed down, shouldn't be the challenging part. Like this shouldn't take as long as it does, because it should, the game should do it for you. Mr. Train Station here. Like, I've never actually used that train line before, so I never noticed that piece of train never got taken down. And here I'm getting a little worried, because it feels like this station should be enabled. So I check the amounts and I count up how much coal is missing from this station, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to manually take the coal out of these boxes, and I actually took the coal out of the wrong boxes, so I got confused here for a second. Then I rechecked all the boxes, and then here's where I realized that I was checking the wrong ones. I set it for 2,000. I'm not sure what the problem was there. And then boom, like as I'm checking, then the coal train shows up. So obviously it's fine now. So it was just the numbers weren't exactly what I thought. I think because I was checking the wrong boxes, obviously that's going to cause some problems. So I pick up all the stuff that I need more of up here in the base, except I forget the boxes again. Here I walk away without boxes. And what are you gonna do? I totally forgot them. I have one in my inventory, and I know I need a whole bunch, and I just forgot about them. So this thing is emptying the coal. I'm like triple checking it here. I'm just so scared that because I've never done this before. I've never played around with enabling and disabling stations. I love the idea, but I just don't know exactly how it works. And then it takes off, and the station is disabled. So I know that a disabled station will hold a train and let it go, and the train will be able to unload and everything, even though the station itself is disabled, which is nice to know, because that's what I was worried about, is if this station becomes disabled, would the train stop unloading? And the answer is no, it won't. Here's where I realize I don't have boxes, and I'm mad at myself for for getting the boxes, but I'll eventually take care of it. This station possibly could be a little bit better laid out, but it gets the job done, and that's really the important thing, is whether or not the job actually gets done. So here's where I finally say, why am I having these things out here? Removing the radar station and clearing out the wood here, because I'm gonna start laying down the circuit station, the circuit building stuff. So I'll just put the radar there, make sure it still has decent coverage. And then I'm going to lay down, I think I laid down 3 here, and then later on I decided to do 4. It still has red belts in the plan. I don't have a plan that has just green belts. Or if I do, I didn't use it here. I have one now, but I don't remember if I added it before or after this. And then I'm replacing this over just to make sure I didn't accidentally delete anything while I was placing the things there. And you see it even still has lights on it, which is wrong. But get all my arms down. I don't know also if I need this number of arms for especially with yellow belts, but I figure, you know what, future proof, when we have faster belts and we're sending stuff up here faster, it'll be nice to already have the throughput on the station. Then I need to lay power poles, and all I got still is the wooden power poles. I'm surprised at how long wooden power poles are lasting me. By now, usually I've moved on to steel power poles, but because I'm trying to set up the rail network, I just haven't bothered getting up to steel rails yet, and or steel power poles yet, and I seem to be doing okay without them. So that's pretty much fine. Not sure why I'm making sure the belt's balanced here. I shouldn't have to worry about that. The belt should be balanced, but it might not be balanced coming out because the stuff's going to be grabbing only from one side. So I want to make sure it before that point it comes from both sides. And then do a little bit of spaghetti here to bring the circuits back to this other station. My mantra for this series is trains globally, spaghetti locally. If you have to do a little bit of spaghetti to get things done quickly on a local basis, I'm not going to have any trouble with that. I gave up trying to go to the coal station because it's always disabled, so I just sent my train to the copper ore station, and figure that's always enabled because I haven't set up the circuits on it yet, so it makes it easy to come back. Eventually I'm going to want to set up a station that's just for me, that I can run around and get to really quickly. That's not blocking off any other trains or anything like that. But for the time being, that's not a big deal. And here I realized that I totally screwed up the balancing of this thing. There's supposed to be balancers on either side, so I clear away the coal here and run it around so that it's coming from everything equally. I would like to prioritize the mine there so that it empties out faster, but it's not that big of a deal to me. I don't care enough to to actually do that. But anyway, so I finally grabbed the boxes and I grabbed some more wooden poles and stuff. So now we can finally finish this off. And here I realize that I'm missing some. I grabbed some filter inserters to make sure I pull only the correct stuff out. Now a train should never show up at this station unless it has the stuff that the station's supposed to have, but I just want to make sure. There's no sense, I could see manually driving a train up to the station that has stuff in it and just getting it unloaded onto the rails or something crazy like that, and just being sad about that. So I don't want to deal with that. But it looks like I still forgot those rails, or the lines there, and I'm starting to wonder now if I ever fix those. I guess I'll find out in a future video, as will you. So I What am I doing? I don't even know. I'm running around. Now I need a pickup station because I have nowhere in the game am I picking up anything from the I'm not picking up any plates from anywhere, so I don't actually have a plate pickup station. So I decided to put it immediately after the minibus, and then once I get to the point where I don't need the minibus anymore, or the mall as some people are calling it, I can just turn that into a big or pickup station, or sorry, plate pickup station, and then do that. So here I'm clearing out this rail here so that I can place. Then I'm gonna remove the template. I just had that sitting there so I could tell how wide my intersection was, and now I'm gonna place a new intersection down facing up, and then of course manually putting it in because I don't have Bluebuild installed right now. And I complained about not having Bluebuild, but just having the blueprints. And being able to place over them quickly it's a boon. It does really speed up build times. It's just better with the automated placement. Obviously, it's just all that much faster. But yeah, so I'm bad with signals. I don't even know if these are right. They get the job done, but I don't know if it could be more or less efficient or whatever. But that's what are you going to do? It is what it is. So I set this up, and obviously I'm a little bit closer to the line. Oops, I hurt myself with a grenade there too. I'm a little bit closer to the line that I want to be, so I clear away the rails from here, and I figure I'll just put the station. I'll start the station right where that little thing is. The station doesn't have to be big. However, I want the thing facing up and not down, and I don't have Foreman installed. So I need to install Foreman. So I think I actually just paused the game here, or I'm going to do it after I blow these up, and then there's going to be a cut, and I'm going to then come back and magically have the reversed blueprints because I installed Foreman, went into my sandbox save, and built all the other side of things. I think right there is where right here is where I cut it. There you go. So then we switch here, and you see I've got spur 1 and then spur 1 the other way, and I've actually even renamed it, so I've got spur 1 left and spur 1 right, and yeah, it's all official and nice and everything. So yeah, so now I can easily make stations on both sides, but this one actually has some problems because I literally just reversed it and am placing it. Whereas train stations, because they're backwards, like the train station in this is a mirror image of the train station in the other one. It's actually on the wrong side of the station. It's near the end of the station when I actually want it near the front of the station. And I just laid all those lines down just to get some light. It's kind of convenient to be able to just place power poles and have light. Although they do overwrite the ghosts. I kind of wish they wouldn't do that. I think the game should respect ghosts a little bit more than perhaps it does. And I want to get that other spur line on, but I'm trying to figure out where it should come from. And it turns out that it should go to that one right there. Yeah, exactly, right there. So it's good. I just need to place a couple. Need to place a couple signals to get this done. And this isn't the way the stations are normally going to be laid out. I want the rail line to be modular perfectly, but all these places where I'm matching up with the manual stuff I've put down is where the problems are occurring, and those should be few and far between after this. Hopefully this will be the last station I make where I have to do something special to get the station to work. Speaking of getting the station to work, here's where I realized that the station's in the wrong spot, so I deleted the station, and now I'm running this up, and then once I place the signals here, this is where I realize that, yeah, see, the train's coming up that way as opposed to coming down. So the station needs to be up at the top, or the right side, instead of the left side, which is where it is in the blueprint, because the blueprint is just a reverse of it. So I do this. See, that's where the station is completely wrong. So I fixed that in the blueprint now, and I actually have a permanent blueprint for it, which is nice. But now I can now set up my copper and my iron plate pickup stations. But that is next time because the hour is up. So I can name the stations, but I don't have time here to lay the blueprints down. Well, the blueprints I can lay down, but the stations themselves I can't lay down. That'll be next time. And you see I'm having some issues with the stations being backwards too, so we'll have to deal with that as well. But I hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope you're looking forward to getting more done in the next episode. I know I am. I'm HMV, and I will as always, talk at you later.